What a lot of people think about or imagine is that starting up a farm takes a really long time. But I can say no, it can take a very short time because most of the people think that you save a lot of money, you have to acquire land for sure, but you have to do that. You have to save, you have to take time, but it will not take you a very long time. So if you are the one and you want to start this kind of business, you are on the right place. So make sure you watch this video to the end because I'm going to give you tips on how you would start a poultry farm from scratch to the end. And make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a video you get notified. In case you are wondering who I am, my name is Makori. My YouTube channel name is Life with Makori. I welcome you today so that I can give you the tips on how you will start a poultry farm from scratch to the end. Tip number one, you need to get knowledge. You have a know-how on poultry farming. You have to have the knowledge of poultry farming or any other farm that you want to start. To watch more videos on YouTube, you have to do a lot of research. You have to go to visit a lot of farms and acquire that knowledge because you need that knowledge to run the business or agriculture. So you need the time for sure. You need that time, you need that knowledge. So tip number two is that you need to save money. Don't go for loan for you to come and start a poultry farm because sometimes it will bring the losses. You can go through losses because maybe it is the first time you are starting this kind of business and you don't have a lot of knowledge on this. So don't go for the loan. Save your money so that when you get losses you can be able to gather yourself, because if you go for the loan you might get even more loss because you need to pay the interest and maybe the loan will come and take your properties and all that. Number three, since you are a beginner, you have to start from small, the number that you can manage in food and all that, because when you are starting this you must plan on how on the loss side and the profit side. So you have to be ready for anything because you are starting, you don't have a lot of experience with this farm or poultry farming. You need that planning that sometimes you might fail in this kind of business. The losses might come. So the next thing is that you need to be there. You need to be there personally, because every day you must wake up very early in the morning. You have to clean the coop. You have to make sure the birds are getting clean and enough water. You have to feed them, physically feed them. You have to observe them every time. You have to observe them because you must know, even if you have thousands, you know every chick how it behaves every day, so that you can realize and be ahead of the infections. So you have to be ready for this. You have to be there. You have to commit yourself there. This one is growing up to be a very big cock. That's another tip. Another tip, you have to look for enough space. Especially to the village, you will get enough space where you can expand every day, because the best business is that you grow, you grow. So when you start a business like this, you don't start in an enclosed place where you cannot expand. You need to expand yourself. You need to have a spacious place like in the village. It does well. It does well. And in the village also you will have less competition compared to the urban areas where many people who have started this kind of business. They have done this business and they have grown much more than you. So you need to be a place where you have less competition for you to start this kind of business and prosper in it. Another thing is that you need to know your market. You need to run, you need to learn how the market does. You need to do that. You need to have a market, ready market for the eggs, so that whenever you produce these eggs, you know where to take them. You know where to take them, because sometimes you might produce a lot of eggs and you don't have a ready market for the eggs. So that will be like you are just stocking and stocking and stocking, which you will not get good profit. So you need to look for the market, and when you start this kind of business, you have a ready market. Or maybe you are layering the broilers. Broilers are these chicks for meat. So make sure you have the orders where you can take your birds, and you have to be consistent. Consistent, and what I mean this, when you are layering the broilers, you need to, because in 6 weeks you need to sell them, to sell the birds in 6 weeks. You need to sell this kind of birds in every 6 weeks. So it means that before you sell this one, you have another one coming. Before you sell one, another one is coming. So you are consistent. You have that. Your business is moving, is flowing. So that's how you do this kind of farming. And also, you don't need to take a lot of time to start this kind of business, because when you are starting this kind of business, you have to start low, a low number which you can manage, because you are new to this. So you need to start in a low number, which will lead you to low capital. After starting this poultry farm in a low number, you can be able to manage them and be there. So as you continue to grow, that's when you continue adding more, and that's when you will be learning, adding some people to help you in the farm, because you need very honest people. People believe in your dream, so that they can deliver what you need them to deliver, because they believe in you, they believe in your dream, so they know what they need, so they know what you need. So, and you trust them. That's when you run this poultry farm when it grows. So you have to grow. You have to grow. You don't have to start big. You need to start small, so that you can grow every day and you expand, and that is it. Like here in the village, you see when you start this kind of business here in the village, you can find even the greens so that you can take your chicks. You also need to learn on how to mix the feed. What I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to introduce my chicks to kales. You see, these are kales. I've just cut it into small pieces. So I'm trying to introduce, so that I can cut the cost of food, you know, so that feeding them the commercial feed is really expensive. So that's why I have to mix this, because kales are also good. The greens, I hope you understand, especially for the cocks. When I want to sell them, they will produce the best cocks, and the meat will be good, because they eat greens, and these are greens just direct from the farm. So that's what I'm trying to do, so that I can at least reduce the cost of feeding these chicks, because every day they really eat, like every day they eat around at least 4 kg of the feed. So it is really expensive, and the 1 kg is 80 shillings. So when you want to start this, you must be well prepared. You will get a lot of profit when you know how to mix the feeds for the chicks. You don't depend on the commercial or the ready food from the market already. So you need to learn on how to mix this kind of feed for these birds. So you have to put yourself, and you don't need to procrastinate too much, because procrastination is also the thief of time. You need to start immediately, because there's a guy once told me that when you have a dream you want to achieve, you have to do it as fast as possible, because this is not your dream. This dream came from God. So another person will come and do it before you do it. So when you have a dream, just do it. Just go ahead and do it. Don't fear. Go and do it. As long as you have enough knowledge, you are prepared yourself. You can focus and do it anytime. It's like it want to rain from this side. So that's how I want to say for today. So I want to say thank you so much. May God bless you and continue supporting Life with Makori. Turn on the notification bell so that you can get anytime I upload a video, you get notified. So thank you. May God bless you. Bye bye, guys, for today.